All you movie fans out there, it's your boy from His Movies. Back in a review. Excuse the background. I'm at a friend's house for the weekend, so watching his mom's dogs. So this would be a different background for this video. Hopefully the sound is okay. You guys can hear me. It's kind of maybe if it's echoey, I do apologize, but. Last night, I got the opportunity to watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. Before work, I had time before work, so I might as well. I said, heck yeah, I have time to watch some Spider-Man movies. Let's watch Spider-Man. Spider-Man Brand New Day, the events follow No Way Home after Doctor Strange. Listen to Spider-Man, they're telling Spider-Man that the spell he was going to cast was going to make everyone forget who Spider-Man was. It also stars John Berthal as the Punisher and Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, as well as a person who likes the X-Men. I was not expecting Jean Grey to be such a prominent villain in this movie, but Sadie Sink did an amazing job. I thought her portrayal of Jean Grey was amazing. The slow motion scenes were great. The time stop scenes were fantastic. You know, her telepathically switching to people was amazing. I thought her portrayal was really fun. I really did enjoy her. She spent, I think, an entire year hiding her role in Spider-Man Brand New Day because people asked her in interview after interview after interview about who she was playing in Brand New Day, and she kept quiet about who she was going to play because rumors were saying either Jean Grey or another version of MJ. But Jean Grey was the better option because I think Sadie Sink did a great job. I love Sadie Sink. I love doing Stranger Things. I need to watch The Whale that has her in it with Brendan Fraser. She's very an underrated actress in my opinion. I'm definitely excited to see a young portrayal of Jean Grey that we haven't seen in the X-Men series or in the past. So I'm definitely excited to see where that goes in terms of the future, because obviously after Secret Wars and Doomsday, we'll have a different version of the group. Will that include a younger Jean Grey? Possibly. It all depends on how they portray it and how they wanted to push the new Avengers team or whatever they're going to do with it later down the line. Now, switching back over to Spider-Man, Tom Holland did a great job in this movie. I think this is probably one of his better Spider-Man movies that he's been in. He's been in 4 now with the MCU, which is Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, and Brand New Day. I think this is the first time we've actually seen Spider-Man be more so Spider-Man. Because in the past, Spider-Man has been connected to Tony Stark and other MCU characters, so we haven't seen a lot. I mean, Iron Man is the reason we got introduced to Spider-Man in Civil War. The whole on the roof scene is Spider-Man being introduced in 2016 into the MCU. It was the first time we've seen Spider-Man and Tom Holland's character. But this movie, it talks about the way to make people remember you that don't remember you at all from subtle reminders of who you were beforehand. Ned remembers the handshake. MJ read the letter and, you know, didn't love Spider-Man, obviously. And we're going through this, like, flashback grief process of Spider-Man. And it gets very emotional because it ties back into subtle flashbacks of sort of the signs of the past from No Way Home of what their lives were before they forgot who Spider-Man was. I do want to say, though, the pacing was actually pretty good. I didn't feel like it was slow at all. There were some parts that seemed like they could have been shorter scene-wise. But overall, I think it was a great job. I think Bruce Banner did a great job as well as the Hulk. John Berthal as the Punisher is amazing as always. His humor is there. He's funny. He's energetic. He's very much a father figure, kind of, to Peter Parker in this movie. Protecting him, keeping him alive, etc., etc. The setting of New York City was pretty fun. I did like the fight scenes. I thought the way that they portrayed Spider-Man mutating into a spider almost was very much good in character development, because I think they're getting away from this go-lucky, very positive Spider-Man that we saw in past Spider-Man movies, because the trailers seemed like he was mutating into an actual spider, and rumors that I saw online was Tom Holland was in discussion for Brand New Day to have Spider-Man become Man-Spider, but unfortunately he wanted kids to actually enjoy this movie instead of making a more rated R version of Spider-Man Brand New Day, with Spider-Man turning into waking up as a Man-Spider. Because that was my theory. My theory was they were going to kill off Spider-Man in this movie and then bring him back in Doomsday as a spider-human hybrid, which would be Man-Spider. But it looks like that's not going to happen. Maybe it could in the future, if they go out of the rated R Spider-Man portrayal of a Man-Spider. But yeah, I thought the villains were great. Hulk was a villain technically. Jean Grey was the main villain. We had Red Ninja Warriors also as villains too. We learned a lot of backstory about Jean Grey as well. She loses her sister to the academy or the defense system that uses her abilities to try to better the world, and then uses Jean Grey to also try to do that. But Jean Grey is more powerful than she was when she lost her sister to the Defense Corps that is trying to help the world, because they're trying to use superheroes and superpowers for good and not for bad. But Jean Grey is too powerful, and it all goes to shit. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It will definitely be a rewatch for me when it hits IMAX. It's not IMAX right now, unfortunately, because the Odyssey is still bringing in money. As far as box office numbers, this is going to be one of the biggest box office openings ever. It is tracking, I think, $800 million plus so far, with like $80 million at the domestic box office right now. Yes, it's made that much money. On a $225 million budget, it is making that money back just in a day, 2 days. Which is great for me. Great, fantastic. The movie theater business is pumping right now because of the Odyssey. Spider-Man is doing well. We're making money, and I cannot be any more grateful for the fans of the Odyssey and Spider-Man for filling my theater up with people and making my job fun. We were really busy last night for it, but I love the movie, and I hope everyone who watched it enjoyed it as well. If you guys have watched Spider-Man Brand New Day, comment down below. What would you rate it out of 5? I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I don't think it's a mediocre movie. I think it's a really good portrayal of Spider-Man and his mutations and a true Spider-Man fashion of what he's supposed to be, which is a mutated half-man, half-spider, more so spider than man. When it hits IMAX, if it does hit IMAX, it should, I think, in maybe a week or two, it might hit IMAX. The one was The End of Oak Street, also coming out August 14th, I think. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but, I'm definitely going to try to watch Brand New Day in IMAX on the bigger screen, the premiere format. I think out of 10, it's probably like an 8, maybe a 9. I really enjoyed it. I really had a great time with it. It felt like there was no, plot holes. Everything was explained well, and they connected well. We saw what happens to the Hulk after the events of Endgame. Because obviously he wasn't in No Way Home, but, in Endgame, he's the Hulk, but in Brand New Day, he's just a professor that wears a wristband to control him hulking out. He's just trying to be a normal, everyday guy. But that's all I got to say for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Make sure you guys check it out in theaters right now. It is pretty busy for it. So make sure you get your tickets ahead of time if you do plan to watch it. Remember, guys, love what you love, watch what you love, and remember to continue to watch movies in theaters because you beautiful people, theaters won't be a thing anymore. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys next review, ranking video, breakdown video, and much more. Bye, everyone.